Hi Taurus, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. And there is your first card. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you have been here before, then you know what I normally do is I let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, health? Oh, there's one that's flipped over. And then clarify with various oracle cards that I have. And I got some new oracle cards last week that I have been using on this mid-April reading. So I'm looking to get a few different messages from Spirit than I usually do. I don't want to get boring. Anyway, so let's see what's going on with you guys. The Emperor in the reverse position and the Four of Wands in the reverse position. So this makes me immediately feel like this is a relationship on the rocks. Because the Four of Wands would be like a twin flame union type of card, and the Emperor in the reverse position would be somebody that's not in a good place. So that is a relationship right there that's telling me a relationship not in a good place. I don't know whether there's a divorce coming or whether it was just a big fight or what, but these next cards that come out should tell me. Judgment. That immediately makes me feel like there is a divorce coming. Somebody's getting their due. So somebody, it feels like a somebody did somebody wrong song coming. Somebody did somebody wrong, and the Judgment card has come out, and Queen of Wands, and then somebody's like, as soon as this gets over, I'm ready to move forward. I'm tired of this bullshit, is what I am feeling. Eight of Cups. That makes me feel like you're kind of, whoever's ready to move forward, it's like, I feel like you're going, you know what? I know there are a bunch of other options out there. But it's in the reverse position. So why is it in the reverse position? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Because you have to wait until this to get finished before you can flip that up and start looking at your options. So this is something that's just started. Let's take that one too. Justice. Okay. Man, there's a whole lot of major arcana cards. Well, not a whole lot. We have the Emperor in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, the Judgment card, upright, Queen of Wands, upright, Eight of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune, upright, and the Justice card upright. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes here and see what's going on. So, okay. So this feels like I said, it feels like it is either a divorce or a breakup, or you're getting ready to go through that, or you're waiting for it to be done so you can move forward. You have realized, I feel like you've realized there are a lot of other options out there that are better than what you have been putting up with. And you're ready to move forward, but you have to wait until, it just feels like you have to wait until all the court stuff gets done, and the paperwork gets done, and the splitting of the house gets done, and all of the details gets finished before the Wheel of Fortune moves again, and you can like really, really move forward. So you're waiting on some sort of justice. You're waiting on the justice system. You're waiting for, you're just waiting for this to kind of get through. So you're somewhere in the process from beginning to end. So this is kind of what's going on. You're somewhere in that process of ending a relationship realizing that you're worthy of better things. You're ready to move forward, but you've got to finalize the details at this point in time, is the feeling that I am getting. I want to do, like, I can never go wrong with my mixed emotions card. So let's figure out what emotions that you are currently experiencing. That was a peaceful. You're not quite at the peaceful point yet. Because I'm hearing the word negotiations. It feels like you're in the middle of negotiations right now. And it's kind of like, until I get all of this stuff negotiated in my favor, those are too many. I'm not going to be able to relax. So you're in the middle of negotiations on this. And I feel like I'm hearing like very powerful, panicky in the upright. Why are you feeling panic? Okay. So sometimes you worry that you're going to get the short end of the stick. I want to assure you that it's only material things that you are mostly worried about, and to let go of the fear that you are not going to be taken care of. This feels like this feels like a whole lot of, it's like there's a lot of fear coming into this, because you're like going, I'm letting go of my safety net, and I'm moving into a place where I am not feeling as safe, but I know where I've been is not the best place for me. So you're in the middle of transition from safe, even though it may not have been the best case and all that great, you're moving from safe to not knowing where you're going. And that's really, really hard to let go of. And there's anxiety coming in from this. Let's take this one. You're feeling irritated. This feels like you're irritated. This is taking so long. So this feels like the universe is taking a long time on this because they want you to let go of the fear. And the only way that you can let go of the fear is let go of attachment to the outcome. And realize that where you are going is exactly where you are supposed to be, and that you have been attached to a physical world, a 3D world, and you are moving into a more spiritual world, a more spiritual being, that this is a spiritual journey that you are on. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's like you're unsticking yourself from all the old programming of having this and having all of this and this perfect life that maybe you thought you wanted and had for a long time, and you kind of realized, you know what, this did not make me happy, and you're unattaching from that. But it's not something that unattaches like overnight. It's a process. And so you're letting go of the fear, and you're letting go of the attachment to the stuff and the things and the old life and the old friends, and maybe the house that you were living in. This is similar to another reading I did yesterday or the day before. Unattaching yourself to your old life. And there's some panic and fear of the unknown that's coming. What else is going on? Oh, and along with this irritated, I feel like the universe is going, the longer that you stay irritated, it's kind of like we're going to leave you right where you are at until you get to that point of, you know what? I'm just going to let it go and let the chips fall the way they fall, and I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And again, this may or may not be a divorce situation. It could be any kind of other breaking up of a partnership, breaking up of, I'm trying to think, is this, it could even be like a breaking up of a family, like brothers, sisters, mothers, inheritance stuff of like you're waiting on inheritance or something. I mean, it could be anything where the universe is like wanting to teach you some major life lessons. And you're like, hurry this up, hurry this up, hurry this up, because at the other end of this, you think everything's going to be all peachy. And the universe is kind of like, no, if you don't get your thought processes in order, it's not going to be any different over there than it is where you were. So this is a big lesson that they are helping you learn, that I hear them go, that you signed up for. So get your panties out of a bunch. Unsure. No, I feel like this is supposed to be upright. You are unsure of where you are going, and they need you to let go of control. They need you to let go of expectation. They need you to let go of not speaking your mind about something. Okay, so this also feels like maybe you need to speak your piece about something, and that will, maybe you, okay, how do I say this? It feels like in the past you were not very good at speaking up. And so you took it and you took it and you took it and you took it until you blew a gasket, and then you couldn't take it anymore. And then you were like, I'm out of here. Or that's when maybe the breakup happened, or the divorce happened, or the ending of the partnership happened, or whatever. It was because that it was like you just let them push you and push you and push you and push you until you just like flipped your lid. And the universe is saying, do not do that. Do not continue doing that. You need to speak up when you're feeling bothered by something. If you feel like somebody has overstepped their boundaries, don't just suck it up and eat your feelings or drink your feelings or numb yourself out. Speak your mind, speak your truth. And that, because if you don't learn how to do that, moving on into this new life that you're going into, you're going to get yourself into the same position as what I'm hearing or feeling. So there's a lot of major life lessons that is happening in this process. Learning to speak up instead of suck it up. Don't suck it up anymore. Learning to value yourself, value your importance in a relationship. Value the important things in life, learning that material things are not the important thing in life. Regretful. I feel like you're starting to realize, this feels like you're realizing how you played a role in this. Maybe for a long time you were like, you didn't take responsibility for anything, and you were like, this is all happening to me. You did not understand how you played a part in it. So you are letting go of that victim mentality that maybe you had for a long, long time. And you're realizing how you have played a major role in your life not turning out as exactly as you would like it to be. Embarrassed. Okay, so apparently maybe there were some things in the past that you have done that you were embarrassed about. It feels like you're, when you go through a spiritual awakening, a lot of times you start viewing things differently. You are starting to view who you were in the past, things you did in the past, and you are starting to view it with a different lens. And sometimes that can be very painful, because you're kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh my God, you start having all of these feelings coming up, regret and embarrassed and feeling bad. And you need to forgive yourself. And this phrase comes up, for me, has come up a lot. Forgive me, Father, for they know not what they do. And I am not a Bible thumper by any means. I wear a cross because my mom gave me this before she died. I am not religious at all. I was a Bible thumper at once upon a time, but I am not anymore. But I do know that phrase, and it comes into play against yourself. Kind of like, forgive me, Father, for I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Forgive yourself. You were working on an old programming system. You are moving to an updated, newer version of yourself, and you're going to be running a lot smoother. You're not going to be running the same programming that you used to be. So give yourself a break in the middle of this reconstruction. I feel like I'm seeing that, like websites that say under construction. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what this feels like. You are under construction right now. And not to be really hard on yourself, because the old you that you built was built based on things that you learned from parents, grandparents, things, and they taught you what they taught you because that's the only thing they knew. And now you are starting to realize they might have been different if you'd learned things differently. But you know what? You can only do what you do when you do it, because that's what you know. So give yourself a break. You are under construction. You are getting a major rehaul at the moment. Okay, what's another? Let's get one more card here. What am I doing on time? 16? Let's take that one. Lonely. This makes me feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. I feel like you don't think there's anybody out there that's going to understand what you're going through. That's probably why you're on YouTube watching videos, is because you are looking for people that get what you're going through. Trust me, there are a lot more people out there going through what you're going through than you think. So ask your guides to bring you your soul family. Maybe it's time for you to bring, for them to bring your soul family in, for people that have been through what you're going through, for people that understand things, and don't feel like that you are going through this alone. I have a good friend that I talk to a lot and I think I'm the only person that he talks to about this, because he hasn't run into anybody at work. So I'm kind of like his spiritual guidance counselor. Ask your guides for your spiritual guidance counselor to talk to. And I'm here for anybody that needs me. I mean, you know what? I've been working on this spiritual awakening for a long time, and reprogramming, and I get it. So I get how lonely it can be. I get how painful it can be. I get how you feel like your footing the rug has been pulled out from underneath of you, because your way of life that you have known for so many years is suddenly gone and has been taken away from you. I get it. I completely get it. Okay, so let's get some last words of advice for Taurus about about being under construction. What other words of advice would you like to tell the Taurus about their under construction life? What else would you like to say? This is one of my new decks of cards. I can't remember what they're called. Crazy Sexy Love Notes. I actually really like them. They're kind of cute and fun, and they have good things to say. So the first thing, it says, wishes fulfilled. Your wishes have been germinating. They're deeply planted in the soil of loving universe, and fulfillment is here or just around the corner. But faith is required. When we put ourselves out there, it's easy to get deflated if what we want doesn't materialize right away. Have confidence. You are more than capable of manifesting your deepest desires. It's all happening, dear one. I feel like this is kind of a reminder that once upon a time, when you were in your old life and you recognized that your old life really wasn't making you happy, and you kind of maybe sent a prayer out to the universe and said, you know what, I'd really like to have this, and this. Well, sometimes the universe has to rearrange a whole lot of stuff in your life in order to get you this, and this. And I feel like that's what is going on right now, is the universe said, Well, you told us that you wanted a happy family, a career that you absolutely adored, a house that was big enough to fit everybody in, you name it. Whatever you asked the universe for, the universe sometimes has to rearrange things in your current life to get you to your future life. And sometimes that can be very painful because a lot of it is old programming. They've got to update your computer system, which is your brain. You're getting a total upgrade overload to your computer system. What else do you have to say to the Taurus people at the moment? I like this one for some reason. I have no idea what it says. Accept yourself. Okay. While there's a time and place for self-improvement, today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are in this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as who you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to appreciating today. Accept yourself, sweetheart. I feel like that goes along with the embarrassed card, regretful. It feels like, you're beating yourself up a little bit about who you were. There's no reason to beat yourself up. You're not any different than anybody else. You came down here to learn lessons. You're learning lessons, my dear. Painful as they can be, you're learning lessons. You are exactly where you need to be. You are right on track. You are right on schedule. And nobody is judging you. And if they are, fuck them. You know what? If they're judging you, that means that they haven't even started their reconstruction yet. So there, think about that. If there is somebody out there that is judging you for anything that you do, they have not started their reconstruction yet. And you are farther ahead than they are. If you're in the middle of it, you are farther ahead than they are. So I want you to remember that. On with this one. Ask for help. Oh, ask for help. This goes along with the lonely card, I feel like. Are you constantly giving to others yet rarely receiving what you need? Then it's time to ask for help. You're not Superwoman or Superman, so there's no need to do it all yourself. You have an army of angels all on speed dial. Give them a call, communicate your needs, and learn to receive, dear one. When we're open to the help that's all around us, the universe provides assistance. Make sure to look for the signs. Once you ask for help, they'll start appearing. Again, remember when I said you felt like you were lonely and you were going through this all by yourself? That's the universe right there just saying again, call on us. We're here. We'll help you. But you kind of have to be ready for the signs. When they start showing up, be ready. Notice the blessings. Gratitude puts us in a position of having instead of wanting, thanking rather than complaining. When we focus on what we already have and take stock of our blessings, we get more blessings. What are you grateful for? Share it with yourself and others. This would be a good thing. This is always something good when you're under construction and you can get really down on yourself, and maybe you're letting go of one life, and in the process of coming into a new one, you can sometimes get to feeling really, really sorry for yourself. And the best thing that you can do is just really start counting your blessings and focusing on what you have, not on what you don't have. If anything, it's going to make you feel a little bit better instead of worse, because you're going to have up and down days, and you need to do anything you can to keep your vibrations up. Because the quicker you get your vibrations up and in a better mood, the sooner you're going to get out of this place. The quicker you quit being irritated that things aren't moving fast enough, the quicker you're going to get out of that space. Because again, this is the universe is like going, we are reprogramming you. If you're still stuck in your old programming, you haven't learned anything yet, and your new life isn't going to be manifesting as fast as you want it to, because you're still thinking things the old way. So I hope that makes sense. Let me get one more card. One more card for Taurus. Well, there's a whole bunch. So let's just take this one. Breathe deeply. Breathe big. Let it all in. Expand your fabulous belly. Who cares if your jeans feel too tight? Here's an idea. Buy a roomier pair. Deep, full breaths invigorate you. They release sadness and allow ecstasy to flood in. Pause. Inhale a long, slow, big, delicious breath. Exhale. Remember, whenever the going gets tough, take a deep breath and trust that you are capable of greatness. There you have it. The universe has spoken. Anyway, I will see you guys in May, 1st of May, or very end of April, I guess. Some of you guys have birthdays. Yeah, some of you guys have birthdays coming up, second half. Taurus. My brother's a Taurus. His birthday is April 30th. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.